Right.
Look at that. Quick
Ready?
setups. Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay. Both recording.
Both
And-
recording, and I am on the odds.
And the guest gets to do the clap.
That's gonna be fun to sync up.
give him one really big one. There you go. All right.
Actually,
Good.
imagine just like
Cat.
everything just like chopped up. Oh my
This cat is so
goodness.
confused right
I
now.
know. Should we just let it run around during the
Oh,
podcast?
I don't care. I don't
I'm
mind.
down.
We'll just have a cat in the shot. Special
Better for
guest.
the video, honestly.
2 special guests.
Just zoom in on the cat.
Right.
Something funny happens. Okay. All right, you guys ready?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
What episode? I always
hell
ask. I
knows,
never have
dude.
to answer, bro.
Dude, we are gone now. 17.
It is 17.
Holy
right?
moly.
No, 18.
Already?
Yeah, 18,
Crazy.
and we only released 9.
And we've.
Wow.
I
That's
just
why I
found
was like, what?
I just found out today that we almost doubled our downloads in the last 3 weeks. Where we're at too.
It's
So.
freaking nuts.
That is
Cool.
crazy.
I don't know what I'm gonna call you. You're fluffy butt. You look like a fluffy butt. Okay. Yeah, maybe we just don't bother saying the episodes anymore. People can just,
Yeah.
as long as I don't fuck up the upload episode 1 instead of 19.
Right.
People would know. Horrible
Right.
audio. Going after your hat.
I'm gonna put it on you.
Fuck up the 49ers. You suck.
Get out of here.
Wearing your Hawaii hat.
At least you recognized it, motherfucker.
God, lip bear shit.
Okay.
Ready?
I've been recording for like a
Oh, fuck.
Oh,
dude,
shoot.
My bad. Okay.
That's funny.
Great way to start.
Yeah, great. Nailed it. Good morning, afternoon, evening, whatever. We're gonna start that over. Go after that. Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Good morning, afternoon, evening, whatever applies to you. This is 35mm Life. I'm your host DJ with my amazing co-host Mike,
Ciao. Just had to change it up.
and we have a super special guest today, Bryce.
What's up, guys? How's it going?
Yeah.
What up?
So we're keeping in ties with having special guests, and I did
It's
a little
been
bit of.
kind of nuts that we've had like guests for how many so odd weeks?
I think we only have 2 episodes with it's just you and me
The-
so far.
in the new
so-
space.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
for
good.
real.
It's perfect.
That's great, though. Good
So
for you guys.
I found out something interesting, Bryce. I went through your Instagram when Mike was talking about you, and one of my very, very good friends. You did a video shoot for her, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Kylie
Yep.
or Callie, sorry,
Kylie.
Kylie. She can hate me for that. And I screenshot the part of your video that you had recorded of her,
Mm-hmm.
and then I brought it up to her in here, and she had no idea that you were coming on. But you guys came up in conversation with her, the same episode, like right before we even started
Yeah,
recording.
That's
so.
funny. That's great.
So what was it like working with her?
She's a really, really good friend. Ever since she's moved to Hawaii, it's been kind of different,
Right.
obviously. She's been so all over the place all the time. It's kind of hard to get used to, but we used to be really good friends. We used to do a lot of stuff together, kind of just go on photo adventures, hang out.
Now she's too cool for us.
I know, right?
She's too cool for
Come on,
all of
Cody.
us.
Jeez.
Damn it, Callie.
Get it. You
Come on.
start taking pictures and all of a sudden you forget about the little people. That's good.
Hey,
I hope
little
you're
people.
I hope you're
Yeah.
driving right now, like listening to this. Oh, it's gonna be months from now though.
Right. This is gonna be in.
June.
We're recording in May. It's probably gonna be June, July-ish. And if you're from Reno, May has been a stupid month already. It's only the second
Dude,
day in
so
May.
it
today
snowed
was
this morning.
insane.
It snowed.
It snowed again.
I don't
Wow.
like. You know what's funny is I was talking to people about that that aren't from here, they're
Mhm.
like traveling, and I was like, you can't plant anything in Nevada until like mid-May usually.
It's so.
It's been spring for
stupid.
over a month.
Yeah.
Yeah, rain and
ridiculous.
stuff. I was taking pictures of cars. I had to hide inside 2 of the cars for like an hour because it just started downpouring. Yeah,
You're like in there for just an hour, just.
dude, I was legit struggle busing to stay awake though.
Oh my gosh.
I had music playing. I was like texting, and I was like, oh.
It's kind of depressing. But it's not depressing to be here
No,
on the
it's
pod.
great to be
No.
We all have kind of relations to Hawaii, I think. I think you're from Hawaii, right, Bryce?
I wasn't born there, but I have a lot of family there.
Nice.
And I try and go there as much as I can to see them. I haven't seen them in a while, but definitely some connections there for sure.
Dope. Which islands?
Oahu, and then it's only Oahu. I have my cousin who lives there with my baby cousin and his girlfriend, and they just had a kid. So
That's awesome.
yeah, I've yet to meet him. I really want to.
Heck yeah, let's go. I lived there for a year or for 10 years.
That's awesome.
I'm going back in September.
This kitty bit me.
No way. Oh yeah, in case she's probably gonna jump up on the table sometime. There's a cat in the studio today. No idea whose it is. She's adorable. And if I'm gonna message Joel, and if he's like, "What cat?" Mine. Dibs.
Yeah, sure. You guys can have the cats.
Well, I just want to make sure my cat doesn't like.
Oh, my dog will annihilate this.
Your
cat.
dog is too nice to hurt things. No.
Not to other animals.
I keep trying to talk him into bringing the dog, and he just won't do it.
I'll bring the dog if Joel lets me.
I don't
Joel?
think he has a problem with animals. Just gonna throw that out there.
I can bring the dog in this.
He's like, they have to be this small. Damn it.
I'm like, my dog is this big.
Sidetracked. Anyway, cool. Photographer. Great.
Yes,
Awesome.
yes.
Cool. How long have you been shooting for?
I've been shooting for 4 years now.
Nice.
I started when I was 14 years old. I'll be 18 in a month.
Let's go.
I don't think that's as professional or as like impressive to say. Like I won't be able to say, oh, I'm a 17-year-old portrait photographer. Like I don't think that's impressive. And then once I turn 18, it'll be like not as cool.
Now you're like everybody else.
But
Exactly.
the cool but the benefit is when you turn 24, right?
Yeah.
It's a little ways down there. When you turn 24, you say you've been taking pictures for 10 years.
Yeah, that's
and people have to
that's
realize
crazy.
about that. Like I started taking pictures when I was 6. I didn't
Wow.
know what I was doing, dude. They're horrible.
Yeah.
But that was when I got my first camera.
Pull those back up.
Dude,
Try to
I
re-edit
can't.
them.
No, bro. They're on the Kodak disc film.
Oh,
Like, yeah, I think we talked about it before. You ever seen those little things you look through the binoculars and you like hold down like you push the thing down and then it slides through the pictures as you look through?
Yeah.
I forget what they're called. There's people yelling at me right now. I can tell.
Yeah.
But that same idea, those discs, is what went into the Kodak camera when you took pictures. It's weird.
nuts.
There's no way any of them survived time.
That's really cool though.
All
For
the time
sure.
Moved.
I have a lot of family history when it comes to photography and art and like creative stuff. So I think that's what got me into it. My
That's awesome.
cousin is a full-time videographer. He does videos for like DJs and car companies, and he's done weddings. He's done it all, and he's been doing it for super, super long. And he's what's got me into it. The one who lives on Hawaii.
Yeah, I was gonna ask. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's awesome. That's a good place for it.
Good
Yeah.
place to do your business
Yeah.
for photography, videography stuff.
So you're gonna plan a trip back to Hawaii, I take it.
Yeah, pretty soon. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm trying to.
There's so much good stuff. So I did a little bit of snooping around your Instagram, like I said when I mentioned when I saw Callie, Callie. But I was looking through and I started the very, very like as far down as I can go really, and then started to go back up. And I did it with Mike. I do it with myself constantly, just to see like the progression of like when we started, or maybe not even when we started, but when we started posting or when we allowed those pictures to be seen, because I definitely got rid of a lot of my older stuff on my Instagram.
Yeah,
I did the same, like archiving
I
and
did
just
that.
having
Oh, dude, yeah.
everything.
Have to.
I had a lot of landscapes because that's what I started with. I did landscape photography, and I started with video, kind of getting into YouTube and stuff, kind of just doing vlogs and stuff like that. As like a 14-year-old, it was kind of bad. Those are still up, but not gonna plug it. Not gonna plug it. If you find it, shout out to you, but that's not a plug that's happening.
I'm gonna do all my deep dive. I got like
Bro.
how many weeks for this to
Yes.
air out, so I'm gonna put a little clip of
Oh,
this
goodness.
YouTube channel.
It's like the origin story for Bryce. It's
Oh
great.
gosh, but yeah, that's kind of what got me into it because it was kind of inspired by my cousin, like I said, because he does video full time, and he's what got me into it. And I just started with like taking videos with my friends and uploading them to YouTube and stuff like that. And then eventually, I just like started taking pictures of friends, and then it kind of just took off from there. I mean, if you really focus on something for long enough, you're just gonna get really, really good at it.
Oh, yeah.
You're just gonna take off. I mean, people ask me all the time that are my age, they're like, how are you so successful at like such a young age? And I'm just like, I stuck to it, and I knew that I was good at it, and I knew this is what I wanted to do, so I put my all into it, and it and it worked out.
Perfect.
For
See,
sure.
And a lot of kids your age, don't mean to call you kid like that, but
No,
a lot of dudes your age. Fuck, I'm almost twice your age. Damn it. Anyway, so most people your age, they don't really hold on to anything really. They don't stick to it too much.
Yeah, exactly.
So to
They
put
just hop
yourself out
around.
there, yeah, they do. And I noticed going through your Instagram, I think maybe about a year and a half, 2 years ago, you really kind of found like your editing style. Like your editing up to that point was still solid, but after that is when you started it looked like you kind of like nabbed onto what you liked the most, and then
Exactly.
you stuck with that.
Yeah, and of course it's evolved. Of course, it's like been like darks, and then it's been brights, and then it's been different colors and grays and all this stuff. But I'm think I'm finally at a spot where I'm super, super confident in what it looks like, and I'm probably gonna stick to what it is right now.
I mean, it takes years to develop that too. Like,
Yeah,
I think I haven't even found mine out of 4 years, 5 years into shooting. Like, I'm still constantly trying to change or learn, or, you know, there's going to be things that differentiate from edits on edits. But I think right now I'm just trying to finally getting to that point of having a style, I guess.
Yeah. It definitely takes time and a lot of effort.
Yeah.
I just started by, you know, looking at people who are photographers that are like really, really successful already, and kind of take, I bought a few people's presets and kind of just went off from there and started just experimenting with colors and like, you know, the tone curve, the infamous tone curve.
Love it.
I don't know about that one, but
The tone curve in the histogram gives so many people so many problems.
oh goodness gracious.
Insane.
Who did you follow for inspiration when you started?
People like honestly, yeah. Short Stash, people like him. Honestly, just moody, warm tones, some cool stuff, landscapes, some moody landscapes and stuff like that. But that's what I really started with, was just some moody landscapes, and you know, yeah, and then it just evolved.
Yes,
just as it went, as time passed on, it just evolved. So,
what do you think is your biggest photography like high? What's like one of your favorite shoots that you've? I know you've been on many.
Oh gosh,
I have one in mind, but I'll let you speak on your behalf, and I'm not going to speak on your behalf.
Oh my, this is hard. That's a hard question, but
you wanted the hard question.
Oh yes, I did. You're right. You're totally right about that. I really like kind of adventure-based photo shoots, like going on a sunrise mission, waking up at 4 a.m. and going up to Tahoe, or like going on a hike, and just something that is like a mission, like where you have to like put in the effort to get to that point, and then the photos were sick. You know what I mean? And definitely doing it with friends. I love working with friends that are very photogenic, of course. I have a lot of those. It does help.
It's really hard when they're shy.
Kind of just having fun doing it is my favorite thing to do. Yeah.
I mean, you'll be graduating this year?
I graduated last year with my GED, actually. So
nice.
Yeah, I'm at TMCC now taking business classes.
That's what's up.
Yep.
That's super cool.
I mean, if you're driven like that, like I think you graduated early, right?
Yeah.
And then you just like took off from there. So a lot of people don't have that mindset.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're really following the structure of like, I'll do high school for 4 years.
Yeah.
Then I'll go to college for 4 years, or longer, because college will, like, if you're in a frat, normally last another year.
Yeah.
Or you just keep going on, and like some people just have that drive to be done with whatever school.
Yeah, that's exactly how I felt. I just did not enjoy high school whatsoever. I didn't like the proms. I didn't like the dances. I didn't like the the meetups and all that. I just didn't like the whole vibe of it in general. I was definitely like above the curve when it came to high school, and all the people who were like doing high school stuff, like parties and all that stuff. I just never did any of that. What the hell was that?
Is it the cat?
I don't know.
The cat's even
She's
wondering.
flexible. Holy moly.
What's happening right now?
But
Guess sorry.
Goodness, lost my train of thought there.
The cat's gonna be the distraction for us.
What was I talking about? I completely forgot.
High school.
Oh yeah. There we go.
Dude, you're still young. You can't be forgetting shit like this.
Oh goodness. Too late for that.
Oh my gosh. Photographers, remember that.
Try to.
But yeah, I just wasn't into high school whatsoever, and everyone that is my age knows that.
Yeah.
And everyone that I talked to, I just decided to get it done. You know, it was really, really like hard for me to get through it. Hard with the conversations with my parents for sure. But I finally got to them, and they finally understood, and they finally like are really, really believing in me finally. So that's a good thing. Shout out to them. Love you guys. But after a long, long time, I definitely got out of it, and I'm glad I did when I did. I did not want to go to high school for another year. I would have never have had the time and like the effort to be where my business is today and to get it where it is today for sure. High school was just like really, really slowing me down with my business, and I would not have been successful if I didn't make that decision. So
it's a big choice, honestly. I mean, but good on you for talking to the fam bam about it first, asking, seeing what's going on. What are you going to school for? What TMCC?
I'm just taking business classes for like a certificate, kind of just to like tone in my skills and grow my business.
Perfect.
Yeah, nothing really too crazy. I don't want to like go for any serious degree because.
Oh, I hope you guys heard that. But
oh my goodness!
So
I can't see how they didn't.
Oh.
You want to let her out?
I can let her out.
Yeah.
Probably got to go to the bathroom.
Horrible.
Huh?
Yeah, right. Just don't go in here, Joel. I'm sure Joel will blame me for that. Yeah.
She's so hesitant. There she goes. Okay, cool.
Super cute. It was so weird. I opened up the door and is that Joel? What up, Joel? That was very loud.
Everyone listening to this with headphones is like
very confused.
Stop.
Yeah. So it was very loud and everybody just want to yell at him. Anyway, yeah, no, it's smart.
Mm-hmm.
You're already at a point right now that takes a lot of people a long time to get to.
Yeah.
When they start at whatever age. So for you to, and focusing on business too, so you actually can know what to apply and do this here, do that there, and actually make yourself successful. So I think that's super cool.
Even like the business side of photography is such a big deal.
It is.
And I don't think anybody understands it.
No.
And like my algorithm right now on my photo side is like, why do photographers charge so much? Your equipment's like $3,000. Your laptop's $3,000. Photo editing is like $600 a year.
Crazy.
SD
PPA.
cards. Yeah.
Your PPA.
And your time is the most important thing.
Oh, yeah, your time.
And
a
your
lot
effort.
of time, effort.
Yep. I mean, you guys know photo editing can be really, really difficult sometimes and really time taking and can really take a toll on your time for sure. But
Yep.
I've met some photographers that do not enjoy editing whatsoever, but I actually really, really enjoy it. So I feel like that's a good thing to have under my belt as a photographer.
To enjoy the process of editing.
Yeah, exactly.
That's for sure. I remember one of the photos that actually stood out for me is the whale one.
Mm-hmm.
So how was that opportunity getting to shoot whales in, I think, Alaska, right?
Yeah. I was actually in Alaska just on a trip with my family just for fun. It was just a vacation. And it was, obviously super, super just out of the blue. Like I never could have guessed where the whale would have came up or anything of that like that. So that's why I'm super proud of that photo. We were just on like a whale watching boat, just waiting for whales to pop out. And 2 actually came out at the same time. And obviously I couldn't get both at once. I really, really tried. But I'm not that good. I'm not a sports photographer. But
I mean, you could try to whale talk to them, just like
I know.
Like Dora.
It's like
Dora? Is it Dory or Dora?
Dory.
Dory? I've been bad with names today. Callie, I apologize. Dora, I apologize.
I know.
Dory.
But yeah, I just saw the water moving and I was looking in the right direction. It just popped out, just like, and luckily one of them was in focus, so that was the one.
So believe it or not, that's actually a method. It's a photography. It's called the spray and pray method.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't. I mean, a flock of birds is one with the fish in its mouth. You just aim, hope one of them.
I mean, there was a better photo, like a better frame, but it wasn't in focus. And I was like, no.
That's when you edit.
It was like completely all the way up, and like I was like, oh my goodness, there's no way. But it was still out of the water, so I'm glad that one was in focus. That one's like tack sharp, so I was happy with that.
That's a dope shot. I love it. I went to Alaska when I was about your age, actually. Loved it. Fell in love with it. Would go back anytime. And I think we went in like August, so I was still in like jeans and a shirt.
Yeah.
It wasn't really cold.
Yeah.
It was a fishing expedition. I didn't have any of my camera stuff with me, but yeah, I would go back in a heartbeat.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I went last July.
Last July? Nice.
Yeah, so it was around the same time.
Crazy.
When did you go to Alaska?
Never. Damn it.
When you start traveling,
we need to go, man.
I don't travel enough.
Because you work too much, bro.
I do. I do work a lot.
Actually, Callie's probably going to get a kick out of this because I just texted her about 2 hours ago because you were like, oh, she's back in Hawaii. And I was like, oh,
right.
my bag.
I never know where she is.
It's just so hard to track her.
I really don't.
She was in Hawaii for 4 days.
Yep.
She came back. She's in Tahoe right now.
I didn't even know she was here. What the heck?
Yeah, she's in Tahoe like just for the night. She just got there apparently. And then she's going to San Diego for a wedding. She has a shoot in Tahoe, San Diego for a wedding.
A shoot in
and then
Tahoe?
I think she said Texas.
Of course.
She hit the worst timing.
No, I know.
Oh,
so
dude,
bad.
It
Today?
to just be,
Wow.
It had to have been just so bad up there.
Oh, I know.
Snowing.
Sorry, Callie. That's such a bummer.
Feels bad.
No, I don't feel bad for you, Callie. Okay?
I was really busy
She still
last
has my
week.
bag.
I was really last week, and I'm glad it was last week.
Yeah.
I had 5 senior photo sessions last week. 3 of them were up in Tahoe at Sand Harbor because that's what they all wanted, and I was like, whatever. But it was pretty every single time I went up there. So yeah, it was nice.
So how does it feel to shoot your peers, kind of?
I think it feels honestly really humbling, and it feels like I've done something with myself, to say the least. I mean, sometimes I feel like super discouraged and like I'm not doing enough. And obviously you guys know this as photographers, we're our biggest critics.
Oh yeah.
And I look at my work all the time. I'm like, oh, I didn't do this right. Oh, the coloring's kind of off. Oh, and then I ask people about it, and then they're like, dude, this is amazing. And I'm like, thank you so much.
The reassurance.
I know. I love reassurance as a photographer. It's amazing.
And I just had I had senior sessions too this past weekend.
Yep.
And they were all university based. And it's weird because they're like family for me. So like when they're graduating, it makes me feel hella old. I'm like, damn, you're graduating high school. Damn, you're graduating college.
Yeah.
Like, where did the time go? Especially for like, I guess it's the opposite end of the spectrum when you're shooting somebody like that you've known since you were like 18 and they've been like 5.
Yeah.
And now it's like, oh shit, they're graduating high school, graduating college.
Yeah.
And I get to shoot them and I just feel super old.
Yeah, one of the senior photo sessions last week was actually a girl that I went to middle school with.
Oh, cool.
So
That's cool.
It was honestly really, really cool to like, kind of see her graduating and all that kind of stuff. And I just felt honored to like take them for her. So
Nice.
It does make it a lot easier too when you know them.
Mm-hmm.
And I have comfortability.
I have a lot of connections this year, obviously, because I'm supposed to be a senior. And I have a lot of senior friends, so that helps.
Perfect.
Are you charging them?
They're like, I know.
I am charging them. I am charging all of you.
Outstanding. No
Do not do
discounts.
free work.
No discounts.
Yes.
He's learning this. He's learning this at a young age.
Used to.
And I did the same thing.
I
did it. I almost did it the other day. Somebody asked me if I could do a session. I was like, and one of my coworkers. And I was like, yeah, absolutely. And I told her, I was like, hey, I told her my rate and everything. And she's like, just outside my budget. And I was like, oh, I totally get it. And I started to type, because she's a coworker, I started to type, well, how many pictures were you looking for? Because if it was a small amount, I was like, I can do like a mini session or whatever. And then I stopped. I was like, no, because I don't do mini sessions. There's nothing wrong with them. I just don't do them.
Yeah, I don't like that. I mean, I've done them before. I mean, I did Valentine's Day mini sessions, and I don't know. I just don't like the rush feel of it. Like, I like to take my time, and
Callie has like
opposite vibes of Callie, right?
I mean, I for sure could do it, and the photos didn't look bad by any means, but it just wasn't my forte. So
sure, yeah, and that's the thing. Like, just as much as we need our clients to be comfortable for our pictures, we need to be comfortable with what we're doing.
The connection is very, very important.
Oh, absolutely. And it's so, and I know you and I had talked about this before, but it's a question that I always want to ask all of our guests. So I know many, many times in my career, and when somebody's like, oh, what do you do for work? And I'm like, oh, I'm a photographer.
Yeah.
They always go like, oh, that's nice, right? And then you show them your pictures and like, oh, he's serious. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Has that happened to you a lot?
Happened to me more than most people would think because of my age as well.
Oh, yeah, that's
true. Yeah,
that's true.
That's why I don't have my age in my on my socials anymore, because I made a noticeable difference having my age on there versus having not my age on there. I've gotten a lot more work with it off because people see, 17-year-old photographer. Oh, he must not be serious. I'm out. Yeah. I'm going to book someone else. Literally the first impression is so important for sure. Oh, yeah. And a lot of people take, people granted, and a lot of people see young people and they think that they're just not good at what they do, because they're still learning, and obviously I still am, but I definitely have my shit together. I definitely have a lot of my things figured out compared to a lot of kids my age. Not going to say any names, but there's a lot of kids that are my age that have no idea what they want to do. They're out partying, they're out drinking, they're out smoking, and then there's me. So obviously no one knows past the first impression, so I understand, but that's obviously why I took it off.
Oh yeah,
that even applies to like adults too. Some adults are still in that
definitely
age of like, I don't really know what I'm doing.
Right. Like I compare myself to like photographers who are in like their mid-20s and stuff like that, and I'm like, I should not be doing that sometimes. Like, I look at their work and I'm like, I need to be better, So
yeah, 20-year-olds. Man, being 20 sucks, but I'm telling you.
No, but like compared to my age, like that's like 8 years away from me. So
oh my gosh, makes me feel old.
My first impression theory is the same as yours, and it goes as far as my vehicle. And I know this is gonna sound really shallow, but I've driven every vehicle you can think of, every size, shape. But I feel like if I show up in like a jalopy, like 87 Honda Civic that's rusted and taken out, and I show up to a photo shoot like that, I think people are like, oh, you need this money.
Yeah.
But if I show up like I have a Subaru, love the Subaru, right? It's a great car.
Must be nice.
Should
I got a white minivan Chrysler.
Oh
yeah. Hey,
please tell me the windows are.
Hey, it gets me from A to B, man.
Are the windows tinted?
No.
I see.
Gotta put the
you're already doing
35%.
good.
I mean, it's clean inside. It looks nice. So
Oh, I'm not throwing shade at your car.
Yeah.
By any means.
He's throwing shade at 87
yeah,
Hondas.
but that was your first car, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the first car, bro. My first car was a 1988 Chevy S10. I beat the fuck out of that truck, dude.
87 4Runner.
I mean, it was passed
So
down to me,
sick.
so I couldn't really like.
It's Gen 1, right?
Yeah.
I hate you so much. Anyway,
broke.
we're not going to talk to the 4Runner over here, okay? It's other conversation.
It's a skin thing again.
Dang,
Stop
no.
it.
Oh, all over in Hawaii? Just because it's all over in Hawaii, too.
Oh my god.
Sound like Gabriel Iglesias. My people. Yeah.
My people.
Fuck.
Anyways.
But yeah, so if I show up in an okay car,
Mhm.
then they'll be like, oh, he must do okay because he can afford these things.
Yeah.
And it's a lot of things when it comes to social media and word of mouth and stuff.
Mhm.
It starts as a front.
Yeah.
Because you could be like, oh yeah, do check out this dude's pictures and stuff like he did with you when
Yep.
it
Mhm.
first started. Because I had found you obviously through him. And he talked you up. He's 7 foot tall and like he's a Muay Thai champion and like
Yeah, I think it's
7 foot tall,
I think it's 'cause when we
300
took photos
pound,
together.
17-year-old.
When we took photos together, I thought you were just like massively tall because I was holding my arm like this.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, this guy's freaking
It's
tall.
because you're short, man.
It's okay. I can lift heavier than you, motherfucker. Put me in a bench press right now. Bench press competition.
with a
Let's
lower
go.
center of
But who's
gravity. I
more
would hope so.
aesthetic? I'm just kidding.
Oh,
That's true.
Talking
I
about
got a
the
beer
hair.
belly.
where's your beard, bro?
Bro, I just rock with the stubble, you know? So,
Had a 5 o'clock shadow since he was like 14.
yeah.
Nice.
Yes.
You're gonna grow a beard?
I don't think so.
No?
I since I was 14, like obviously just like the past year I've been like letting it grow a little bit, but just have the stubble, but I shaved yesterday. Leave me alone. But yeah, I don't really grow facial hair that easily. I just kind of like let it do its thing. I mean, obviously it does get kind of like bad because it gets patchy, and I'm just like, okay, I need to cut it.
Patchy
Yeah.
beard.
But
You have to like kind of go through the patch phase and
yeah,
let it be.
yeah. But I shaved like every single day for like so long, and I didn't need to, and I was like, what are you doing?
What are you doing?
I wondered why I had acne. I was like, oh my gosh.
I like how the
But
shaving cream feels on my face.
I know.
The warm shaving
We
cream.
got to talk about the beard oil and everything.
Bro,
goodness.
It's
yes.
a beard podcast now.
My beard-
I need
Dope.
beard oil, man.
You know,
Yeah, you do. Let it grow.
I need beard oil.
You need that stuff like.
I need that derma roller, man.
Yeah, I've been seeing so
yeah,
many ads for that.
I'm not
just
gonna
like,
lie. I was like, can I use it like up here on my
That's what I
hairline?
was thinking.
Yeah.
My receding
gosh.
hairline. I just got a derma roller just like this.
Could you imagine? Just like I'm at work, like editing pictures,
Oh my goodness.
just derma rolling
Like
my
this.
forehead.
Not fucking
Yeah.
editing the photos. What were we talking about?
Oh
That is
goodness.
funny. First impressions vehicle. So yeah,
Yes.
but no. So yeah,
The
I
vehicles.
fully agree with that.
Yeah.
But it's super awesome to see how far you've come. You're a very well put together individual, well
Thank
spoken.
you. Thank you.
It's nice to see, and I'm not saying anything specifically, but it's very nice to see with how current trends are with people. We'll say
For
Like
sure.
generation.
I
I'm sick
understand.
and tired of going to McDonald's and asking for a very specific something and not getting it. And it's not just McDonald's, everywhere.
Yeah.
Nobody's perfect at their job. I've screwed up at a lot of my jobs too.
Mhm.
But
no, I definitely try my hardest to give the client what they want. My style is honestly like very, very versatile. I can make it bright, I can make it dark. But for weddings, I like to just, kind of keep it, not super, super artsy, of course. Cause that's what people want most of the time. But if they're going to reach out, like for me to do a wedding and they're like, oh, we like your like kind of moody style. Like, you want to do those on our wedding photos? And I'm like, sure. Cause like my colors are just going to be cool if they're bright or dark. You know what I mean?
Right.
And it's always going to flow. I've realized that, which is honestly a cool thing to say.
it is.
I think
yeah.
we talked about that too. Like they hire you for you.
Yeah.
So if they like the moody,
Mm-hmm.
don't let them change you for
Yeah.
just to satisfy the client. I mean, make your money how you want, but also like gotta keep your integrity
Mhm.
as to your own artwork, right?
No, like I'm not going to change like my colors or,
Right.
all that kind of stuff. Or like, I'm not going to make them super, super airy, but I'll make minor details to like satisfy you a little bit. Like, I don't mind. But if it's like, can you like not edit them? I'm like,
Can you edit
no.
it like this
They definitely
person?
do.
Yeah, I know. Can you like really brighten these up and like make my face glow? And I'm like, don't know about that.
So this
Just
is
go D-Hay slider.
I know. Oh my goodness.
this is just further proof of the stuff we talked about before from a 30-year-old, a soon-to-be 30-year-old,
Uh-huh.
Oh gosh, here we go.
soon-to-be
And
20-year-old.
No,
But
not even 20, 18.
Oh
bro.
man. So
18.
And I started when I was 14. That's crazy.
but don't for everybody, and I'm glad that you brought this up too.
Mhm.
Like, if you're a client of a photographer, stop asking for the raw photos.
Yep.
Stop it.
It's just
It is,
we
but-
don't feel comfortable giving it up. You know, that's
mean-
and the thing is, I will give them, but my price for that is very high
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah,
because I'm signing over the rights to them, and I do not want you to tag me in them afterwards.
yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still gonna add them on my end for my portfolio though.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I mean, and looking at your stuff too, like especially stuff with Cali, right? There's
Yeah.
a lot of really, 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 really dark greens,
Mm-hmm.
muted highlights,
Yeah.
hints of like warm tones, like your oranges and your yellows and
Mhm.
stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And you obviously have your own secret formula for it, which is dope. But I think it hits hard, especially up here,
Yeah,
especially in
appreciate
Tahoe.
it.
Absolutely.
it, man.
Up here, Tahoe, it's money.
No, that's definitely my favorite place to shoot. Because I've realized that it's just my style with Tahoe. It just works. Like,
does.
it works really, really well.
It does. So here's a crazy thing. I was just thinking about this today. And since we've all been to Hawaii,
Mhm.
it should ring true. So when I grew up here, I went to Silver Stage High School, graduated in 06, graduated in a class of like 62 people. And driving from there into Reno to see my friends or even
Yeah.
like Sun Valley, whatever, it's not bad. It's like, it was
No.
before USA Parkway. It was
Mhm.
like an hour. It is what it is. Then I lived in Hawaii and then I moved back here. Like when I come back for vacation, my
Mhm.
friends are like, "Oh, hey, dude, come see me." My parents used to live in Silver Springs. They're like, "Come on, see me." I'm like, it's so far. Because everything's so close in Hawaii.
Yeah.
Right.
But it takes me, I could drive around a majority of Oahu in about an
Yeah.
hour if I don't
It's
stop.
pretty easy for sure.
And Tahoe's about the same,
Mhm.
about an hour
Mhm.
for a whole loop.
Yeah, and people say like I always recommend, you know, you want to do your photos in Tahoe, like especially if it's like a really nice day out or like the weather's gonna be nice this week. If like I'm always down to do super last minute stuff. I mean, I'm gonna pay a little bit more, charge a little bit more, because obviously that's my time and like, you know.
Oh yeah.
But I've done that a few times, you know, super last minute photo shoots, and you know I kind of like the excitement of that. But if it's, you know, the weather's nice that day, the day air lands on, I'm like, you think you want to go up to Tahoe today? And they're like, I don't know, that's kind of far. And I'm like, it's really not that bad of a drive.
It's like what, 40 minutes from here?
40 minutes
traffic?
max. Yeah, it's not bad at all.
That's if you do the speed limit.
And it's and
None
it's
of
just
us
a
do.
nice drive, man.
It is.
I really like it.
Do you go up Mount Rose most?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
me too. Especially
Melrose
that
side
valley.
is so nice. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Like, it's not
Sledding.
even bad. I mean,
No.
and the photos will be so much better. I mean, they're not so much better, but like, you know, that's where I like to shoot the most. So
And if
Very
you know the
comfortable.
area already, it's
Yeah,
very
exactly.
comfortable
Yeah, yeah.
up there, right?
mhm,
Yeah, yeah.
mhm.
Yeah.
Shoot comfortably up there.
I mean, of course I do plenty of shoots in, you know, Midtown, downtown, you know, places like that, Red Rock, all that kind of stuff, you know, just
Mhm.
places in Reno and Sparks. Of course I do photo shoots there because some people just don't want to take that trip up, which is completely okay and fine with me. But if it's definitely an option to go to Tahoe, I'm going to do it for
Oh, yeah.
sure.
I don't see. Yeah,
For
that's
sure.
really hard not to.
We don't go up there enough, or we like kind of take it for granted
Yeah.
because it's literally our backyard,
Mm-hmm.
and like we don't really explore it as much as we could.
Yeah, exactly. I'm for sure going to be going up there a lot this summer.
I will be going there a lot. Hopefully.
Should
Yeah,
make a
hopefully.
day trip out of it, boys.
I'm down. So down.
It's always nice to hang out with other photographers too. Like,
It is.
and I used to do this with a lot of my friends in Hawaii. There are 3 or 4 of us get in the car, go drive. We don't even have a goal usually. Sometimes we do.
Yeah.
We just take we would go to each place, and we would all set up and take a picture of the same framing essentially,
Mm-hmm.
and then edit and then meet up like the next week and like compare
That's cool.
styles and
That's cool.
oh, you did this little thing here and
Yeah.
that was kind of cool, and it's to pick because everybody's gonna be different.
All 3 of us have different styles.
Oh,
for
for sure. Yeah.
So
But we shoot on the same things, huh?
nope. We haven't even talked about his equipment yet.
Have
I'm-
we been
I'm gonna
avoiding that
leave.
conversation?
We avoided the whole
I'm
conversation.
gonna walk. I'm kidding.
What do you
he's a
shoot?
Nikon shooter.
Oh,
I shoot
I
on
remember
Fuji.
you
I'm
told
just
me that.
kidding.
Yeah, Fuji.
He's
now?
not
I'm
a
kidding.
Oh,
No.
Are you Nikon?
No, I'm a Canon shooter.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
That's fine.
I just,
I was like,
I
podcast
mean-
over.
I've definitely thought about switching to Sony, I will say.
You and Callie, we gotta convert them.
Bro, me and Kali are like almost like the last ones left, man. I swear.
I wish you guys could have been around when I was talking to Callie this last time about
Uh-huh.
Sony's, because
Yeah.
she was talking about lenses and she's like, "How heavy is your 7200 version 2?" And I handed it to her. She's like, "What the fuck?" And I was like, "I know." And then she held the camera. She's like, "I don't know." She
No,
was
but
like,
it's
she wanted
funny.
to so
It's
bad.
funny because my camera is really, really heavy for a Canon camera because I use Sigma glass. So
Oh, absolutely.
Sigma glasses.
So which
Ooh.
Canon are you shooting on?
I use a Canon EOS R.
There you go.
Yep.
Nice. Yeah.
Yep.
So I switched from Canon to Sony.
Yeah.
Unlike some people. You
I
shot
don't
Sony
know.
all the
I
time?
just really, really like.
Shoney whole time.
Sony the whole
Sony.
I
time.
really like the way my colors look with my camera right now, and I don't really want to mess with that. And my sharpness is honestly fine. and it's good. I mean, it could be a little bit better with the Sony, and of course, but I love my Canon. It was my dream camera since I literally first started doing like YouTube videos and like got my first little DSLR. So
it makes sense because mirrorless cameras started coming out about that time.
Yep.
Yeah, because I mean, I still had my 5D Mark IV until last year.
Wow.
Finally sold it.
What's that?
You sold it finally?
Yeah. Well, no. Okay, so I did. Well, I did technically. So I was looking to buy my Sony setup. Right, I was doing the big transition.
Yeah.
Of course, you have the Sigma MC11 adapter. So if you decide to go to Sony, you can still use all your Canon glass on it.
Yeah, just an adapter. That's what I had to do with the Sigma because it's an EF mount and not the new Canon RF. Like, it's so expensive.
I love Sigma so much. Shout out to Sigma.
I know, dude. Shout out to Sigma. Everyone asks me, like, what kind of, like, lenses do you use? And I'm just like, I literally only use a 24-70 and a 70-200. I don't have a prime right now.
No?
No.
If you can get if you can get your hands on a 35 mm.
Oh, yeah, I've been looking at that one.
Or the 85. But
I was thinking of the
35.
50 or the 35. I'm not really a big fan of like the super punched in, especially for the kind of work I do. But the 85, I have tried it. It's really, really nice.
The bokeh's really nice on it, yeah.
My friend, one of my photographer friends has one of those. He does a lot of weddings.
So 85 was dope.
I just like the way the 50 looks. Like whenever I always end up zooming in on 50 mil. So like, I think I'm gonna get one of those, or either that or a 35. It's gonna be Sigma though.
Nifty. I mean, especially for like event photography videos.
Ones,
yeah.
50s, yeah, super good, super solid. And there's different levels. I actually had somebody message me the other day. She sent me a picture of one of Canon's 50s RF glass.
So expensive.
And yeah, and she sent me it, and it was like $1,100 something. She's like, "Is this worth it?" And I was like, "No." And she's like, "What do you mean?" I was like,
"For a prime, that's crazy."
Yeah, I was like,
wow.
"Well, it's just like the EFs. The 1.2 is over $1,000,
Yeah.
right? The 1.6, I think it's like 290, and then the 1.8 is 198." And I was like, "Just buy the 1.8."
Yeah.
Like it's gonna be plenty sharp. You're using it for event photography. People aren't looking for that kind of detail in that. They're looking for the shot itself, like the overall encompassing shot. Save $1,000.
Yeah.
And buy the 1.8. It's not. I mean, 1.8 is higher than. I only have one thing that's higher than a 1.8, and it's specifically for nighttime photography.
Yeah.
Like 1.8 is plenty.
1.8 is plenty. A lot of like shooting 20 or 70, it's like 2.8 only. So.
Honestly, I think 2.8 is plenty. I mean, that's the lens I literally use on almost everything. So.
Yeah. You don't ever need to go. I hope everybody hears this. You don't have to go past 2.8 unless you're doing nighttime stuff.
Exactly.
And even at nighttime stuff, 2.8 is just fine. I've seen people get absolute bangers with f4s.
Yeah, true.
A lot of processing, but it's possible. 2.8 is good. But for portraits, especially group portraits, you don't need 2.8 anyway.
Dude, for group portraits, you don't need anything like that.
No,
not at all.
Like F8.
F8 for sure.
Yeah, exactly. Like what do you? Yeah.
There's so many. It's so funny, man. So many nuances. Like listening to you talk about the photography and stuff, and it's things that just ring true. I'm glad there's things that I learned because I went to school for photography, which I did not need to, but I apparently did anyway. But so the stuff that I learned there and the stuff that I learned with my friends, and then through my own process in my career, getting to where I'm at, to hear somebody not even starting out, but like as successful as you are at your age, saying the same stuff that I think now, I'm like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
At least
It's dope, right?
at least the core is still there.
The core is still there.
Yeah.
Like the fundamentals have stuck around.
No,
like
there's
generations.
There's a lot of people that question if how good I am even after they've seen my photos.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I know.
Like, did you actually take this picture?
Yeah, just stuff like that. Like, I'm not gonna say any names, of course, but I've had someone ask me like, "Do you have someone who edits your photos for you?" And I'm like,
damn.
yeah. And then I've gotten, "Do you like pose your like clients, or like do they just do all the work?" And I'm like, no, I pose them. Like, what kind of question is that, man? I mean, of course I've worked with models, and like, you know how it is with working with models. Yeah. Like, you just tell them where to stand, and like, if you don't like what they're doing, you're just like, maybe look this way, maybe look that way, do this, fix your foot, whatever. But obviously you learn a lot from working with models, and I feel like that's super, super helpful. That's what I did when I first started. And I'm definitely happy to say that I am very good at posing people. I'm very good at directing people. And anyone wondering that, there's my answer. So, I do, in fact, pose my clients. So, yeah.
And unfortunately, it's to the point now in the industry where it becomes a very normal question to ask if somebody else edits your pictures.
Yeah.
Outsourcing to graphic designers or editing teams is very normal. Even some of the biggest names out there do it.
Yeah.
Peter Lick has an entire office of people that do it.
Yeah.
Playton, my favorite portrait photographer, he has an entire office staff. But they do they all do edits specifically to his exact parameters,
Yeah.
and he still has a final say. So like it's something as small as like, oh, the peak on the histogram right here is a little too high. Like I can see the highlights and then bring it down. Like, and that kind of stuff is cool to have that. And I'm sure it's saves a ton of time.
Especially when you're like a really big photographer doing a whole bunch of stuff.
Right. I mean, imagine having like 4 shoots a week.
Yeah.
Year round. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I mean, look at like Peter McKinnon took vacation, 2 weeks ago, the first time in like, 7 years, 8 years.
Wow.
But
That's,
he's
crazy.
But he's building that empire, almost 5 million subscribers now on YouTube.
Nuts.
Right. All hail Peter McKinnon.
I know.
We kind of worship, dude. I'm no joke, bro.
I'm with it, man. I went to Banff in his name, so I went there.
I haven't even been.
What are you 2? Are you 2 or you 3? I'm just gonna turn.
I have
it down
no
for the rest
idea.
of the podcast.
Don't ask me, man.
Oh, you're 2. You're 2.
I'm just the guy who takes photos.
He's number 2.
Banff. I'm going to Banff later this year. As soon as the passport's gonna get in the mail, I'm gonna have it in my hand and I'm gonna pack my bag and go. That's how it's going down.
Good job.
I
Proud of you for that. It was honestly, it was an amazing experience. I went with my dad. I went when I was like literally just starting 14 and like about to turn 15. And I kind of wish I had that opportunity now. You know,
you still
like
do.
I know, but like I kind of wish that like opportunity, came around like now instead of back then, because I see those photos, I'm like,
you wish you knew now or knew then what you did now.
Yeah, because that place is so amazing. It's unreal.
Did you go to Marine or?
I went to Moraine and Lake Louise.
Yeah. Did you stay at the hotel?
No, I just went. We just did a day trip.
Okay, because I think I'm gonna have to bite the bullet and pay the whatever, like $600 for a hotel there.
Yeah, we were staying at like this like little like tiny resort that was like an hour or 2 away. It was honestly really, really nice, and it wasn't even that expensive. We just like drove through like the canyon and stuff like that. It was really cool. That drive was cool too. Like it didn't even seem like 2 hours because it was all new for both of us. So
did you watch Peter McKinnon's bucket shop video?
Yeah.
Did you recognize the areas? Of course I did. Did you recognize like the area and stuff?
Yeah. I was low key obsessed with him when I was younger. First starting out.
Still obsessed.
That's what I'm saying. Like, we should have a picture of him like right there on the wall. Because like imagine if we become like big with this, right?
Yeah.
And he sees it for whatever reason. Let's say he's bored one day scrolling on the on the toilet or something. He's just like scrolling through. He's like,
it'll be on the toilet.
Is that my face on these guys' wall? And he would be here to do a podcast with us.
That'd be so.
Oh my gosh!
Just off of the picture. We'll
it's just like
back.
we have a whole audience, just like outside, just watching.
No, he would. I guarantee it. Like Pat would be here. You'd be here. I'm sure. Callie would. I mean, well, probably not, because she'd probably be in Tahiti. But all of
Russia,
all of North Korea, like the only photographer allowed.
Oh man, your work.
Where's this local photographer? Oh, she's in Russia. She's not really local right now.
Yeah,
oh,
she's local to Earth.
Yeah,
she is terrestrial.
She's around.
She's here.
Yeah,
somewhere. Not really sure where or when, but she's somewhere.
Right.
Sorry, Callie. I love you. I feel bad.
I'm not.
Don't
sorry.
feel bad.
I'm not sorry.
I met her for the first time.
She still has my AirTag too.
And she's still,
Actually, matter of fact, check this out.
Here we go.
Yeah,
about to track
check
her.
where the bag is, because Callie still has it.
No. Remember, I showed her how to take the AirTag. I showed her where the AirTag was. So it's not in the bag anymore.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
But
she probably dropped it in the river. She's like, I don't want this in my bag anymore.
Oh, that's
right
the island of Hawaii.
Yep, it is currently in Honolulu somewhere.
Just tell everybody her address.
That's exactly
4
what it is.
8.
It hasn't moved. So it's so funny. She said that when she moved it made sounds. I've never heard it make sounds before.
What the heck?
But it's because
probably because it's so far away. Huh?
It was far away from home, right?
Yeah.
Which, I mean, I have one on my motorcycle hidden. It doesn't make. I mean, maybe I don't hear it, but she said it made a noise and annoyed the crap out of it. I was like, "Do you want to know where it is?" She's like, "Oh my god, yes." I shouldn't have said anything.
Oh. Yeah, you shouldn't have said anything. Anyways, hi Callie.
Mistakes.
It's a podcast of Callie now.
It honestly is. We brought her up so much.
We will continue to bring her up.
Yes.
I told her that was going to happen too. Yeah. I mean,
there's connections to her with Bryce and all of us, I guess. So.
Oh yeah. Well, I don't think there's going to be a whole lot of, if you actually make a living in photography here and you've actually been doing it for a while and you are familiar with the community, there's no way you don't.
Yeah.
At least heard of her.
There's a bunch of
there's a bunch of photographers like that too, like Chava and
Chava's big
Nando.
one, Nando.
Yeah, exactly. Like those
Anna.
people, Chef.
Yeah.
All of them. Yeah, exactly.
We should. I really want to. No big deal, Mike. With your Vero.
Yeah.
Do you have Vero?
I did. I deleted it because I just was not getting any traction.
You have to. You gotta know. The
I tried,
technique.
man. I
You gotta
tried.
know the technique. He's got the technique.
There's a way, and I will admit I have slacked off a lot on it, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Did you go on a Vero pre Peter McKinnon video or post Peter McKinnon video?
Post
Yeah,
Peter
okay,
McKinnon.
So
I saw the video and I'm like, oh shoot, I
Dude,
gotta
it was
get this.
absolutely insane. So if you go on there, because there's a desktop app, right, too, and I
Yeah.
need to start doing this again, man, really, because I play games at home and I can just do it right there on the other monitor. But open it up, go to the search bar, post a picture, go to the search bar, and then type in whatever, like landscape, hashtag, whatever. Click
Yeah.
on that, and then just like spam like everybody's stuff.
It's funny because that's what I was doing.
Yeah, and every time I do it, I get like 4 or 5 people that would follow me.
Yeah.
Immediately. I'm
It was just starting to slow down. I'm like, this is a lot of work.
I mean,
Like
it is.
I'm like, what's the point? But I don't know. It was
Like-
kind of fun for a while, and
Yeah.
then I just got sick of it.
Like, no joke, I was spending it because it tracks on a graph how long
Mhm.
you've been on there. And in the beginning, I was spending like 10, 15 minutes normal. Aaron was on there for like an hour and a half a day when we first came out.
Holy.
And he got to 1.6 thousand followers in about 6 days.
Oh
Wow.
yeah, boy.
And as soon as that happened, I started like changing it. And then it was like, you've been on here for 2 hours. And I was like, oh,
Goodness.
dang, that's a lot of my day. I shouldn't
Just think
do that.
about it though. Like if you're scrolling through TikTok or even Instagram, you spend a lot of time just scrolling through those too.
That's true.
Yeah.
So it could add up. You could be doing something productive and spam liking on Vero, but
Mhm.
you're scrolling through useless TikToks.
Getting
So-
followers from like Asia and stuff. Why not?
right?
Which we have, I looked through the thing. We have one listener, a constant listener from the UK.
Hey yo.
Hey,
We have
shout out to
one
you.
constant
I
listener
was gonna
from,
try to do an accent.
I was
Australia.
gonna try and do that
That'd be
too.
No.
And then I was like, never mind.
Never mind.
and now that follower is gone,
He's like, dang, I'm not
Dang.
listening to this anymore.
Oh, there it is.
hey, that's good. Yeah, it's a good one. You got to look for it too.
Yeah.
Hey man, I
So,
can
yeah.
pull it off. for
UK,
sure.
Scotland, and Australia we have 3 international listeners.
Hey
That's
yo.
awesome, man.
So,
We're
and
doing it.
we don't have to learn a new language to talk to them. Luckily,
Great.
it's great.
Yup.
I
just
don't
have
even
to
know Scottish.
Continue
or
to slow down my speech.
All of a sudden, we get like 200 listeners from Japan. We're like,
We don't.
Konnichiwa.
Yeah.
yo, oops.
The translator. We could do a podcast like subbed, like the anime.
Uh-huh.
And so your voice it just pops up with like Japanese content.
We hire like 3 Japanese voice actors. Their voiceover art.
Dude, they got me and my cousin. I'll just do my own voiceover.
so funny, dude. Oh man.
Although my
George-
Japanese is out of commission for like 3 years.
I guarantee George is just sitting there shaking his head right now. like,
Probably.
he's like, no. Good old George.
Good old George. We made it 45, and we still have one more to
Give me
go.
some
So
spicy stuff, man. I'm
Yeah.
here for it.
we'll go for this. We'll get for the spicy stuff on the next one
Okay.
if you want to save that
I'm
for
good.
that.
Yep.
So
I think I clicked something.
everything okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Is it still going?
The panic attack. Yeah. Still going.
Okay. I was.
Awkward
You-
moment in the
you-
podcast, real
moment.
quick.
He
Sorry
touched the
about
laptop and then I was just like, oh, we're
that. Yeah,
done.
I know.
Like,
I was like, I was
Yeah,
thinking that too. I was like,
If you've watched before, like I'm a fidgeter. Like so, I'm just. If you see me just doing this, I'm just.
yeah.
the whole time.
I was
bro.
wondering about that. I was like, is that his ring or like?
I just
Dude, if you can
it
put
goes-
that on your
it's
finger,
the
it goes
adapter
like
piece for
nowhere.
this. Okay, we're
Well, I couldn't really see like the whole thing. I just like saw a little bit of gold,
Yeah.
and I was like, oh, maybe it's his ring. He's just messing with it, but
Yeah.
didn't want to say anything. But now I have to. So there it is.
There it is.
See now I feel weird. I'm not like using my hands at all. I'm just like
It's funny because I just sit here like, so
super chill. Well, if you guys made it this long, I appreciate you as
Yes,
always.
sir.
We are gonna have Bryce again next week as well, so we'll have some more questions for him. And if you guys have any questions for him as well, you can hit either Mike or myself up. We'll pass it on to him, get some answers, and we'll get back to you. So
For sure.
appreciate you hanging out, and we'll see you again next week.
Later.